rock and roll it anywhere that needs a party. Oh, we're right into it. Cosmo D and Archipelago present Off-Peak. I don't know what this game is, by the way, like at all. I've heard it's a bit strange. I don't know what I'm looking at. That's a huge head. Hello, friend.
Well, look who it is. Hello, Subway.
I don't know what this voice is. It's the first time I've ever attempted it.
I'm not surprised. This city is too much sometimes. And I know you want to get on the train to Royalton. Well, you're in luck, my friend. I had a train ticket all ready to go. Marcus hooked it right up. I'm not going anywhere, so it's all yours. But I screwed up again. The train ticket is in tatters. The pieces fell out of my jacket and scattered around the station. Believe me, I know train tickets aren't cheap these days.
Yeah, I fucking know. I mean, there's fucking no trains in Ireland anyway, but when you get them, they're not great.
Well, you'll find the pieces. I know you gotta catch that train.
I think I'm being Snagglepuss. Is that what that voice is?
I believe in you.
Ah.
And the people you meet here, they won't be able to help you directly, but they still may want to talk to you. Others, maybe not. In either case, you might find their musings insightful. Or not. The circus. The way they treat those giants. They're just happy to take that circus money. All that time and energy spent. What a waste. And people think I'm in a huff because the circus didn't ask me to perform.
Already feeling some weird vibes from this game.
Marcus.
Am I Marcus?
A born tycoon.
What's happening?
He runs the station like a virtuoso. The fact that he let me hang around. Why does he give me tickets to faraway towns? When only the commuters can afford them now. I've known Marcus for 15 years, and I'm still learning from him. Whatever he does, it works. For him and his station.
I'm leaving you now. I feel like I'm already getting a headache from this game. Ooh, that's smooth. Ooh, I feel like Poirot's on in the background. Oh, less now. Now it's drum and bass Poirot. Ooh, I love this. It feels like I'm entering the mines of Moria. Hello, people.
Honestly, it's about time we stopped putting up with the status quo. The status quo. It's in the air. We have to start taking action. Action. The time is now. Now. We can make a difference. Believe it.
Is this her hype man?
We can't let ourselves be intimidated. We can't allow those in power to ignore our issues. Won't happen. Hear me out. Clear as a bell. Marcus doesn't control this city. No. We control this city. It's in our hands. It's on us.
Oh, he's also talking. These all have the same voice, by the way.
This is our time.
Are you saying anything? Why are you so huge and have a skull? Can I take your skull? Oh, dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
Honestly, it's about time we stop putting up with this.
Yeah, okay, they're just repeating. So, some protests. Hello, friend. I can't interact with this insane-looking man. Oh, they all look so... I don't know what it is about this man, by the way, but I'm going to guarantee he is German. This is a German face, if I've ever seen one. Push? Yes, of course, push. Got any signs for this protest? No, but I did bring a cool skull. Honestly, better than a lot of the signs I've seen at protests. A lot of protest signs, this is very pretty by the way, a lot of protest signs seem very preoccupied with being captions for memes than actually being protest signs. A skull would be more direct, I think. If you beat somebody to death with a skull, that would be fun. Cirque. Cirque? Oh, that's probably the name of the circus. It's like a... This is be like when they reboot Cirque du Soleil. This is the coolest train station I have ever seen in my life. This is incredible. Oh, ticket stub. Grab ticket, please. Yep. Press I to show or hide this ticket. Alright, so I. Ooh, biscuits. Sorry, I choked on the word biscuit. I don't actually like biscuits very much. Gambling and alcohol. Don't really like either. Some sightseeing, maybe? Pizza. I could go for some pizza. Ooh, a giant baby playing piano. That's what we go to first.
Maybe the Union's issuing some sort of tactic. His allotted playtime was 15 minutes ago, and he hasn't even warmed up. His music book is still closed. Did he blank out on the music?
I've done this.
Should we get him a beer? You know we can't do that. Yeah, but this is an emergency. I'm freaking out right now. No one around here cares that much.
Except Marcus. I'm gonna give him a higher voice because he's small.
Fuck. Maybe we can play a recording. Law of music only, remember? What a disaster. Groans.
Instead of groaning, I'm just gonna say groans out loud from now on. Are you okay, my friend? My giant Do you need some relief? Maybe we can't interact with that. Also, a pizza and a guy with dreads.
I built this in my backyard. I can roll it anywhere that needs a party. But the price has got to be right. Always.
I like your eyeliner.
My pie's exotic. That's just a known fact. You probably know I worked at Blue Carly. So there you go.
Grab ticket piece. There we go. Ooh, which is the nicest looking pizza? That's pretty nice looking. Nah. That's pretty nice looking. Ooh, that's an interesting looking pizza. Can I crouch? I can't. These two on the bottom, nah. So it's either this one, or this one. I think this one looks nicer than this one. So it's either this one or this one. I like a white sauce pizza, but this kind of looks like it's maybe a quattro formaggio, but like stretched. Like, that seems like too much cheese. I think I'm gonna go simple. Just get some nice basil and mozzarella. Oh, delicious.
Just taking some slices, eh? You're lucky I'm in a good mood.
It's a little weird. I mean, he worked at Blue Carly. Wasn't he Hermie, wasn't he something's right-hand man? Yeah, something must have happened. I read there was a falling out. Where? On Pizza Gossip Blog? Dot.
Fuck me, that is too hard to go between. Ooh, it's a Banksy. That's very Banksy. When did Banksy start? I have a feeling that Banksy is older than I think. In my head, Banksy is only like 5 years, has only been known about for 5 years, but it's probably close to like 15, right? Mr. German Man? You know, if any of these ever speak to me, you already know what voice they're getting. Ooh, a cafe with Dr. Doom. Upright Brewing presents Let Me Drink in the Sounds of These Special Herbs.
Is my ice strong enough?
They're playing Magic the Gathering?
Honestly, I don't know.
Sigh, but I have 18 ice in me deck. Sorry, I can't. I need to come up with another voice before we listen to them. You know what? They're prospectors. Fuck it. These are old-timey prospectors. You have a really weak ass thing. You need ass that has medium strength. You also aren't defending your central servers well enough. Yeah, it's true, I guess. Aren't you glad we ditched the circus? They asked us to leave. I can't believe you wanted to be a part of it. It could have been great. But all those tech rehearsals... Well, now the circus is all everyone's talking about. Probably would have given our band a lot of exposure. The moment someone starts promoting exposure, I'm out. I can't help feeling like we missed a great opportunity. Rematch? Sabes is gonna throw us out. So what? Let's just go for it. Ready for some more punishment then? Always. This guy. Fuck the circus. Okay, cool. So they're playing Magic the Gathering. Honestly, I would rather do almost anything else. This is a 1997 fireplace. Can I burn myself? No. I know this is your favorite game. Is this the new 5th edition printing? Yeah, I think so. I wonder if the problems that were in 3rd and 4th edition are still here. Problems? Yes, printing problems. Errors. What exactly are these errors? I'm not gonna tell you. Why not? Once you notice, you can't unsee them. Now I'm really curious. I really can't tell. This is what all board game players sound to me, it turns out. Does your roommate even know you're here? I told her. That's what you say to avoid serial killings. I think I heard your phone go off like 8 times last match. Fine, whatever. Ooh, you're my friend. I like you.
These games look pretty arcane. At first, people decipher them and play through them, and then they're doing fine, but then they're done with them. They can't settle on what they like. It's always about what's new. Me, I like playing a few games and really exploring them.
I'm trying to do a Gregory Peck here, and it's not really working.
I rinse my games.
I don't know what that means, and it sounds suspicious.
But maybe these aren't all brand new experiences. Just old ideas repurposed.
Very, sort of philosophical.
People always ask me if I'll keep the bar open later. But I don't mind letting them down easy. I got a delicate balance to maintain at this place. You'd think adding more hours would simply offer more income, but it's never that simple. I also need to supply more drinks and deal with a shift in clientele. People like yourself. Not that that's a bad thing, but I like routine. I'm like a guinea pig in that way. And I have my customers right where I want them. The giants drink for free. But only because the circus bankrolls their leisure activities. These two back there have been at it all afternoon. I don't know why, and I don't care. Just give me that circus money.
We should probably go see the circus. Everybody's been talking about the circus constantly. Where's the circus? Oh, I'm so glad that music has stopped. That music was starting to give me a headache. Croton Harmon. Ludlow, Yonkers, Glenwood. Isn't Yonkers a real place? Riverdale is from Archie Comics, I'm pretty sure. This I don't like as an illustration. You know how I was saying I liked these because this was Banksy, this is kind of David Lynchy. This I don't like because this is the sort of illustration you see in every fucking hipster restaurant. Like there's exposed brick on one wall and then this is on the other wall. And it's, you know you're about to pay way too much for some mediocre food. I don't like it. Ooh, this is... See, I like these. These are cool. Is this Latin? Some cow! I just noticed the baby cow! Oh, it's so fucking cute. I love it so much. Oh, who are you? This place used to be a pit of sadness before I showed up. Is this Marcus? But through my tireless work, we just ranked #2 most enjoyable transit hub in this region, according to Travelers Quarterly. And #1, unimportant to me. I get solicitations from businesses all over the city, begging me to have a piece of real estate here. These businesses try to dazzle me with sales charts, press clippings, and even bribes. But I just laugh in their face. They don't get that I'm a curator. I deem businesses worthy of the needs and tastes of my customers. Not all of these businesses will do equally well, but I do not care. The tastes and whims of my customers are what's important to me. Fuck all else. My ticket lady, Beatrice, she's a good friend of mine. She's probably the best at what she does in this whole city, actually. In every customer satisfaction survey I've ever given, she gets top marks. Considering the needs of my customers are very specific and demanding, keep all this in mind when dealing with my dear friend Beatrice. What's he building in there? Luke has you running around as usual. Whatever ticket he's making you piece together, I gave him that for a reason. But he's such a good lap steel player. I'm actually glad he's not leaving after all. But you, why do you always go to Royaton anyway? Is it to visit relatives? Or see old friends? Do they appreciate the sacrifice you make to get there? It's probably not my business to ask this stuff, but you travel through my station. You interact with my people. My business. Which in turn becomes your business. Luke won't be around forever, you know. You'll have to pay your own way then. Or get a one-way ticket. This place used to be a pit of sadness before Shy showed up. I'm gonna repeat my sentences over now. The conversation loop is done. You can leave.
That hurt my voice a very tiny amount, I'll just say. Anyone out here? No, this is the tracks. Oh, there's somebody down here. Hang on, and then we'll go to the circus.
Tickets, please. Sorry.
This is not a whole ticket. Bring me a whole ticket, and you can go aboard.
Okay. Music jams. The music's pretty good in this. Sometimes it makes me want to tear out my own hair, but sometimes it's good. This one is good. Do I have a torch? I do not have a torch. So hopefully the brightness is okay. Oh, it's a dance man. Hello, dance man. Oh, I like this guy. He's probably having a mental breakdown. You either go, if you have a mental breakdown and you're in a suit, you either go like this or you go like that Radiohead music video where they're just lying in the street, like still. This music's very loud, isn't it? Hello. You know what he looks a lot like 90s David Bowie. Is this the circus? Ooh, this looks vaguely H.R. Gigery. A little bit less mechanical, and there's not nearly enough genitalia. Like, this should be going inside a breast vagina, but then it would be Giger, but this looks a bit Gigery. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. Oh, that's kinda cool. That looks like an artwork from, like, the Book of Nod or something. That's very cool. I like that a lot. Not as into this one. This looks more like the sort of thing you'd see at the bottom of a skateboard. Like, this sounds like the sort of thing you'd get from a sticker. That I liked. That I'm kind of into. Still a bit skateboardy. Oh, hello. Oh! Another skull. A lot of people holding skulls. Can I talk to you? Oh, Coraline, like we were saying earlier. Coraline. I've said this before. I think the mum in Coraline is very, very hot. It's fine. This looks like the logo of a cult, maybe. This is very Lynch. This is very David Lynch. I like this a lot. Wood? Where the fuck am I, by the way? Oh, I'm up on the roof. Ooh. Well, where's the circus? I thought the circus was up here. Hello, friend.
She doesn't know I'm waiting for her. She could enter from anywhere, so this is the best place to keep a lookout. I've been waiting for a long, long time. I'm told she passes through the station around this time every day, but I can never seem to find her. Red hair in an orange dress. Could spot her anywhere. And yet, if by some unlikely chance you meet her, please don't tell her I'm looking for her. In fact, you never saw me.
Is there a security office that we should be maybe finding? Yay! Ticket piece. I think we're like 2/3 done with this ticket piece, aren't we? Is this a scary game? I think it depends on what you mean by scary. I don't think it's meant to be a horror. It's meant to just be a weird fucking time. That might... Ah! Never mind.
dot dot dot. Okay, I still have all the tickets. But now I'm in the mushroom forest. I used to be a viola. I've already used that voice, haven't I? What voice haven't I used? I think I'm out of voices.
I was first chair, first stand in my county youth orchestra, but I had my eye on the conductor's podium. Things being how they are, I sold my viola. But making ramen became a way to channel this old desire. The noodles are my string section. Each strand emits a textual, unified sonority. Pork or chicken is the brass section. The protein of any meat is a powerful and tonally dominant sustenance. Woodwinds are the glue of an orchestra, and so too are shallots, cabbage, spinach and seaweed in my ramen. Each leaf providing a nutritious unification to the disparate elements of the bowl. The boiled egg a timpani of more protein. Corn kernels is the harp section. My broth is the music these instruments make together, steeped slowly over 24 hours. Miso paste, chili powder, assure you, they're all the settings of a key signature. When you eat this, you're setting the tempo with each slurp. Hot sauce controlling the dynamics. 3 dollops and you're dealing with a fortissimo. Each boy a few more measures in an unfolding, symphonic narrative. But rather than filling an auditorium, it fills your bowl. My special today is green glass noodles with ostrich egg whites and cocoa powder. Bojad over there could tell you if my recipes have ever backfired, but he won't. He never told you about my birthday cake ramen. Marcus wasn't into it, but it was my best-selling ramen ever. Huh.
Ooh, there's a fish in the wall. Sorry, I want to see the fish. Fish! Oh, what are you reading? Board game design? Oh, you should go over to the board game cafe over there. Information. Is this Beatrice or whatever? So, Luke has you looking for his ticket pieces, eh? That was the skull. No matter how many tickets Marcus gifts him, Luke can't bring himself to leave here. Well, considering your situation, I might be able to steer you in the right direction. If you're so inclined. Luke likes to barter with the music merchants. Not like he'll get anywhere doing that, but he persists. Lapsteel listens for records, knowing Shani. I don't think that's gonna fly. I hear Luke spends a lot of time down in the subway, but I'm not exactly sure why. No one sees him down there, but the maintenance people can hear those lapsteel wails. And are you there?
Last train boarding on track number 5. Oh great, it's you. I know all about you. I know you definitely don't have the money for a ticket. You're not the first one. Luke has helped out, you know. You're lucky I don't call that guard standing over there. Look, I'm not being rude. Just get out of my face.
That was a little rude. I feel like you can't say I'm not being rude and then say get out of my face. That's inherently a little rude. Ooh, ticket. Oh, we're so close. There's only like 2 left, I think. Hello. Hey, Bojad. Hello there. It's the same old story, I'm afraid. Musicians selling their prize sheet music consignments. Easy money for them, the way the market's going. It's my favourite Nick Cave song. Most of the players have had to memorise all this by now anyway. Saxophone pieces are from the same guy whose vinyl collection found its way over to Shani over there. And the cello player? Not really sure about her. Honestly, I can't complain about my work here. Seriously, sheet music practically sells itself. I don't know if I've ever bought sheet music. Because, you know, I live in Cork and the library has lots of it. The business just keeps getting bigger as enthusiasts keep digging deeper into musical history. I've had several high school choral conductors request sperm in allium. I read that as sperm. Sperm in allium. Piero Lunaire flies off the shelves. What treasures these musicians have left for us.
The original owners of these manuscripts trust me to handle the business side of things. The consignment deals I have with them are quite fair, although unlike other types of people I deal with, these owners don't have any intermediaries. Such trust in people, musicians. They never get fucked over. While I myself can't read. Sorry, I didn't notice that wasn't a full stop. I can't read myself. I always know what these commuters want, though, and what they're willing to pay for. Fair enough. Hello there. What about you? Such piercing eyes. What is on offer here? Anything that I'm into? That's a Bach high school cello playing. Ooh, Charlie Parker. I'll take the Charlie Parker one, please.
My wife has been singing for about a year now. My in-laws are coming over this weekend. I was hoping my wife could teach them. This should make for an enjoyable weekend indeed.
What's he looking at?
Very good.
Oh, very good. I'll ring you up then. Wait, throw in the... Ugh, fuck me, the voices. This is a cello piece, I think. The madrigal thing. Can you give one of them an ooh voice? Oh, Jesus. Next person gets an ooh voice, I guess. This is the subway.
Sure. If you listen closely, you can hear the sign. If you listen closely, you can hear the sighs of old trains long abandoned. They make these long, slow, deep tones all day. Take any cookie you want. You want a cookie? Do you want a cookie?
Oh, fuck. I feel sick.
They're all pretty stale, though. And don't ask me what's in them. You get what you pay for. I do miss the sun, though. How would you like it if you never got to see the sun? I know people think I'm a crone, but try spending a whole day underground. Every morning I arrive here on my little rowboat. The sun is just coming up, hitting the buildings a certain way. That's the only time I get to see it. I want to take that moment and bake it into a cookie. Nothing brings me more joy than reminding these hard-working fools. In these times, they more than anyone deserve their simple pleasures. I don't care about fancy beer or personality pizza or tricking card games. Cookies and trains for me. Ooh!
Eat? Yeah, eat.
I'm so glad somebody's enjoying my cookies. Ooh!
Just put the pop filter back on. Bath water and those cookies, telling you. That was a profoundly uncomfortable experience, and I hope it was the same for you. Ooh, I like nun cat. Or nurse cat? That's actually, that is identical to an episode of Doctor Who. 1 second. These! It's them! These fucking nightmares! I like Doctor Who, but it is sometimes hard to explain why, because it is very frequently really, really bad. Let's find these tickets. Oh, oh! Sorry, I fell and frightened myself. Oh, you can go down onto the tracks. Well, not very far onto the tracks, but you can go down. Okay, let's head back. We've eaten those poisoned cookies. We're probably going to get E. coli now, but, you know. Oh, one more left, I think. To Jodie Carver, a good friend and a good steel guitarist. And I do not know. Anthony Reese? I don't know what that name is. That is a fucking insane looking guitar. I love it. Professional pedal steel guitars. I've never used a steel guitar, like one of those lap guitars with the slide thing on, like the slide thimble that they wear, you know, on their finger. It looks very cool though. Can I go across here? Ooh, this is a thing. Hang on. Oh, this is just a shortcut. I Dark Souls'd. It's Dark Souls, everyone. I Dark Souls'd my way back out. There's that golden... Ah! I don't know what just happened. We'll just go with it. So is there anywhere we haven't gone? We've gone to the subway. We've gone to the bar. We've gone to the viewing platform. We've gone to the pizza, the music, the ramen, the snake. We've gone to the subway. We've gone to Cowboy, which is Marcus. The Whale. We haven't really looked at the Whale. Is there anything on the Whale? Can we get on top? Ooh, that's very pretty. Like, I am halfway to just sort of unzipping this and just going to town, because that'll wake him up. Maybe I have to eat as much pizza as a human being can stand. That's the solution. Eat all of the pizza. Oh. Oh, we stole their pizza. We paid good money for that pizza. I almost pity you. This is how I imagine everybody watches my streams. This face and this line. You're in trouble now. We're going to call security. Fucking call them. Call them. I'm a pizza fiend. Oh, there's the ticket. It's right fucking there. Oh, these are the records. Any cool records? Miles Davis. Oh, I like Miles Davis. Drums of the Yoruba of Nigeria. Oh, Ambient 3. I love that. That's one of my favorite albums.
Someone dropped these records off a few days ago. Said they belonged to a DJ or a saxophone player or something.
It is a surprising amount of effort to go that high for me.
He had to downsize. Shame for him, but I'm not too surprised. Marcus screens all my records, but he found no faults with this batch. 100% quality. I don't know why Luke helps people like you out. Every morning I hear him playing out in the waterfront. Honestly, I wish I could throw his lap steel into the lake. I mean, I think he's a good player. I just like oboes better.
Wrong.
One sale, and I'm set for at least 2 months.
How fucking expensive are these records? And how cheap is the rent? Mike, that's amazing. One record?
Just one sale.
I mean, I'll take Ambient 3.
Right now, I'm just trying to sell records to the lucky few who can afford them.
Oh, they're really expensive.
Half of these people don't even have a record player, and they're my best customers. They simply enjoy the thrill of acquiring a new thing. Ah! Someone dropped these records off a few days ago. Said they belonged to a DJ or saxophone player or something. He had to downsize. Shame for him, but I'm not too surprised.
Yeah. What do you call a saxophone player? Unemployed. Sorry, you could say that about any musician, and people do. Marcus screens all my records, but he found no faults with this. Okay, it's repeating. I'm going to take Ambient 3, please. Thank you.
Big Shot here wants to buy some records, eh?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay up one way or another. Zip.
Sorry. I mean, zip? Grab ticket, please. We're done! Valid through 7 to 0704? I don't know what date it is right now. In real life, too. Ego. No, none of these others I'll take. Let's go! There are some paid sequels to this which were apparently like proper full games. I can only imagine how fucking weird those are. Hello? Tickets, please. What was he? Was he like Santa?
Woohoo! Tickets, please. Very good. Now, if you'll just board to the train on my right here.
Oh. Stop. That ticket was meant for Luke, not for you. At first I was okay with this little arrangement, but now I'm having a change of thought. Especially considering your sticky fingers with my merchants here. Just taking things with wanton abandonment, like you own the place. You're a bold one indeed. But now it's time for you to settle up, my friend. And considering your financial situation, we may have to get a little creative. Ethan's always saying he needs another hand behind that ramen counter of his. Considering what you owe for that ticket, along with everything else you've acquired, I actually see this as a golden opportunity for you. Guards, kindly remove this vagrant from the train platform.
Wait! Wait!
Okay. What the hell are you doing here, Muriel?
The circus welcomes you.
Ah! I don't know if I want to be in the circus. Oh, I'm not a giant. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Muriel. That was fucking great. Oh, and now the Poirot's kicking back in. Oh, that's smooth. I really enjoyed that. Press any key to quit. That works. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, you're not seeing this because I have my fucking scene set up properly for once. But what I saw upon exiting that game is this.